Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Geneva, if you're listening, you dropped off. That was my fault. My fault. I text her. Oh, there she is. Hey,
Hey, who else is here?
me.
Oh, okay.
Do you see? Wait, do you see someone?
No, it was weird because it was weird when I came in. That's all.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
fine.
that is weird.
It was
Did you
weird.
see my text, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry we're a little late. Well, not we, I am a little late. Um, Real quick though, is is my volume okay? I just wanna, check a little bit because I messed with it. I went and listened to the replay of the stream last night, and I was so quiet. So, I made some adjustments. Hopefully, it's kind of corrected itself. Is it too loud? Thank you, Shell.
Yeah, I mean, to me it sounds fine, but that's just up here. I don't know what it sounds like to them.
Okay. Well, fingers crossed. I'll listen to the replay later, but, you might hear more background noise with this, but we'll deal with it.
Hey, Stevie.
Hello, Stevie. Hey, Snark. Hey, Shill. Well, I was already talking to you, but hey, Shill. La, la, la. That's all we got. Whoops. I got to switch it off of Top Chat. Volume sounds good. Alrighty. So, how are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Them? Yeah, no, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Yeah. Looking forward to picking this back up. And yesterday, I know when we ended the first one and I didn't make it back to the second one. So what was that? And if it's too much to explain now, it's fine. I can go back. But what was it about? They said that it was two female suspects.
Yeah, they said that there were two female suspects. Now, let me see if I can find. I was watching something earlier, and I think that was her girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
But what I can do is I found there's a channel that randomly posted part of a 60-minute interview from it says 2019. So, just shortly before she was executed. If you wanted to,
That would be interesting.
yeah, the clip is only 13 minutes and 50 seconds, but I was watching that. I'm like, oh my God, this lady is just batshit crazy.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Right. Let me see. Let me share my screen then. Oop. I was just getting it full screen real quick. So we can start there. Okay, if you have troubles hearing this, let me know. Or if it's too loud or too quiet.
Okay.
Ways. It was down dirt roads like this that 7 men met the madness of one angry woman. Lee Wuornos murdered them, robbed them, and
One
then
angry woman.
drove home.
What's that?
As I'm just laughing at it, the drama of him. One angry
Yeah.
woman.
Right?
In their cars.
Those men were shot, just shot in self-defense. Boom, boom, boom. You know, they weren't cut up, they weren't sliced up. No OJ jazz, you know. And he said, I did the most horrendous crime in the whole wide world.
Not true?
I guess not. All they were was shot and left.
All they were was shot.
If it was a horrendous crime, why didn't I shoot them between the eyes, cut their penis off, stick it in their mouth, you know, do all kinds of gross stuff? All they were was shot. Well,
All they
left.
were was shot.
She acts like the fact that she killed all these men is like no big
But
deal because she
I
didn't.
didn't cut their dicks off.
Right,
Oh
exactly.
my god.
Or get it like she's
I didn't
seriously
shoot him between the
insane.
eyes.
Right. She's
Cannot.
crazy.
I
She,
cannot.
the excuses, like, it's probably why she did it so many times. She didn't feel
Right?
bad because to her it wasn't.
To her
Um,
it wasn't that bad, yeah.
yeah, cut their dick off and put it in their mouth. She said.
Oh dear. That's bad.
You know?
Hold on.
She's been called the damsel of death and the hooker from hell. But embellishment aside,
All they
I just
were
have
was
to go back.
shot and left. You know?
she's been called the damsel of death and the hooker from hell. But embellishment aside, the story of history's first female serial killer is macabre enough, even without its supporting cast of characters.
Oh, yes, I'm a public defender.
First, there's Lee Wuornos' lawyer. She's given him the job of getting her to the electric chair.
You want to
Like, can you believe that? He has the job to get her to the electric chair.
And he's singing the whole way.
Yeah. It's just
So
weird.
weird.
bleed out? That's what I'm all about. Just sign this no contest plea.
Then there's the serial killer's new mother. She first met Lee after her arrest and then legally adopted her.
Sheba. You know, we believe in the Holy Spirit,
So
and so
weird.
we feel it was him prompting us that this person really needed help, and she had nobody, and just reach out to her. So we did.
I met her in a bar.
And there's Lee's gay lover, who betrayed her to the police.
We were sitting on the floor watching TV, and she just come out and said, I have something to tell you. And I asked her what, and she said that she had shot and killed a man that day.
Lee, it sounds like you've been betrayed by everyone.
That's right, I was. That's why I don't care if I'm executed and leave this planet.
If anyone was destined to end up here on death row, it was probably Lee Wuornos. Psychologists sketch a portrait of a damaged person with a lurid history of abuse that began in childhood. Abandoned by her teenage mother when she was just 6 months old, Lee was raised by her alcoholic grandmother and a cruel grandfather who regularly beat her with his belt buckle. When she was
That's terrible.
2, her father committed suicide in jail, where he was doing time for kidnapping and raping a child.
Oh.
By 13, she'd been
Yeah.
raped and was pregnant. At 14, she quit school. And when her grandfather kicked her out of home, Lee Wuornos' life on the road began. From age 15, Lee Wuornos worked prostitution's lowest and
You know, on side note here on this is I wonder how much her childhood and the people that brought her up
Yeah.
played a role on who
Well,
she is
yeah, I'm sure
today.
there's some of it, you know, she's definitely got
I mean, she's obviously got some screws loose,
yeah,
but
she's, you know, got probably just trauma and anger issues and yeah, I'm
hey,
sure it
Shayla.
plays a big role.
Right. And we do have her psychology reports as well.
Oh, okay.
There's
Interesting.
several of them. There's like a behavioral um, analysis, I think is what it was. And yeah, there's several reports in there. So we have those.
most dangerous trade. A hitchhiking hooker turning tricks from exit to exit on Florida's interstate highways.
Basically, I'd say I have 5 to 6 guys per day interested. They could be interested in 30, they could be interested in 40, they could be interested for 100. I wasn't too high priced, so I could keep the customers satisfied and, you know.
That all changed when she turned
Oh, I was a cheese
33.
cooker.
After years of abuse and degradation at the hands of men, Lee Wuornos started evening the score. The killings all began like this. A middle-aged man pulled over to pick up Lee Wuornos. That's the first of just 2 facts on which everyone agrees. The way Lee tells it, she was just a hooker trying to turn a trick, and the men knew it. The state of Florida maintains she tricked her victims by posing as a damsel in distress. The men thought they were helping her out. Either way, the second fact on which everyone agrees is that Lee Wuornos shot them dead. Maybe you were just born bad. How do you...
Boy, I don't know about you. I'm telling you, man. No, I wasn't born bad. You guys got it. See, I'm trying to tell you, man, they lied. They lied so bad to you all.
But you've been convicted of killing 7 men.
Everybody's looking at the number.
Does that not...
Well, would
you
you
killed
not?
7 men, 7 strangers. Does that not make you a serial killer?
So I didn't kill them every day, did I? Did I go out there every day and say, I'm gonna kill? If I did, there would
Well,
be
no,
hundreds.
it took you 12 months.
Yeah, and that's a hell of a lot of men I went through before the next jerk came along, and I used protection, like a condom.
So it was
AIDS.
It was self-defense.
Right?
Yeah.
Her explanation is so weird.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
Everybody's
something.
looking at the number. Well, even if it was 1. I mean,
I'm sure she even paid attention to the numbers, you know?
right.
Yeah, I don't. Her reasoning for stuff is very strange.
Yeah, it sure is.
Lee, the first one, perhaps. The second, maybe. But
So what?
7 times?
So what?
So what? Is that what she said? So what?
Yeah.
Lee Wuornos began the...
Hold on, let me see something. I'm going to take this down for just a second because normally I can pause with my keyboard, but it's not letting me. 1 second. There we go. Whoop.
road here, ordering her first beer at 11 in the morning. Close to broke, as usual, it was Lee's style to hustle quarters for the jukebox so she could listen to her favourite song. On this day, that was made easier by 2 undercover cops. They struck up a conversation with her, bought her some more beer, and then convinced her to step outside.
Nice song.
Lee was prepared for
Right?
anything but the 6 Florida police officers who arrested her. It was from this point the story of the first female serial killer becomes truly perplexing. First, her videotaped confession. Go ahead and put the electric chair to me. I should have never done it, she told police. But by the time of her trial, Lee was pleading self-defense.
She loved you, didn't she?
Yes?
She said she'd do anything for you, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Her case wasn't helped when Tyria Moore, now very much her ex-lover, turned star witness for the
She
prosecution.
looks crazy too.
And in order for her to say what you wanted her
Yeah, she
to,
does.
you lied to her, right?
Yes?
But it gets worse. Tyria had another deal going with the arresting police. They were trying to sell Hollywood the movie rights to Lee Wuornos's life and crazy times.
Why did you lie to her about those number of things?
It's weird to see
Because I
her
wanted
show
her to
emotion
keep
like that.
talking about the offenses so I would be cleared.
District Attorney Rick Ridgway is one of the only officials willing to talk about the Wuornos case anymore. The police certainly won't, out of sheer embarrassment.
There was a tremendous amount of almost frenzy about the case, and everybody wanted to get a scoop on the next guy about the case, and there were so many people who were willing to pander to that in order to be the one who gets quoted or who gets the movie made about him.
People from your own sheriff's office.
Well, unfortunately, yes, they did.
As the prosecutor, were you dismayed by that?
Well, to put it mildly, we went through the roof when we found out about it.
In the end, it was only the
course it's so
producers of this American TV movie who were able to cash in on Lee's story. Tyria and the police's conspiracy to get rich
What is
quick
that, the Dukes of
came to
Hazzard?
nothing once they were caught.
I don't know what it looked like, the Wild Wild West, or
I know,
not the Wild
like it's
Wild
like the
West,
Dukes of
but
Hazzard with the car tearing through,
yeah.
and the that's funny.
Like, I wonder if the people, like the attorney, for one, and two, this prosecutor, I wonder if they're still alive. I mean, I would maybe think so, but again, I mean, she was executed in 2002, so it's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
I
it'd
mean,
be
that was
interesting to talk to
20
them.
years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
I
could
know.
be. I mean, I'm sure they're retired if they're still around, but yeah,
Might have to look into that.
that weirdo defender might be.
But that
Yeah,
hasn't stopped
yeah,
Lee
exactly.
Wuornos suspecting that someone, somewhere, wants to exploit her name.
It's making me get bitter, evil, angry. I've never been before in my life. Worse than even out there with those men. This is evil, what those people have
You
done
weren't
to me.
evil, bitter, and angry
Do you
when
feel
you shot
anger
men?
or even hatred towards men?
No, because she didn't
I never-
chop off their dick and stick it in their mouth.
Right, exactly. Or shoot him between the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
I hated men, but now I do. I mean, not all. I have a category. I hate those male. God. I hate those male cops. Real bad, because they're dirtballs. The cops, the judges, the lawyers, they're all male.
Oh my
I
God.
have made peace
Look
with
at this.
the cops.
What room are they in? Is that a cross back there?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It might be a
Oh my
vent.
God, those are church pews. Look at that.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
So she's
Like
in
in the prison
church
church or
talking about
something. Yeah.
talking about cutting their dicks off.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I was looking
my
at that. I'm
Lord.
like, why? Hold on a second. Is that a cross? And then the more I looked at it when I went back, I'm like, oh my God, those are pews.
Those are pews. Yeah.
The way she's talking is, yeah.
Jeez.
The judges, the lawyers, they're all male. I have made peace with my Lord, and I have asked forgiveness.
The final
Oh,
twist
bullshit, you just
in this
talked-
already mad tale was when Lee Wuornos decided to plead no contest to the remaining 6 murder charges.
I sentence you in case number 91-463 to death for the murder of Troy Burris.
Her lawyer, Steve Glazer, found himself in the bizarre position of helping his client take the express route to the electric chair.
County case number. I sentence you to death for the murder of David Spears.
Thank you.
Thank
And probably see, I'll be up in heaven while y'all are rotting in hell.
In effect, though,
God.
weren't you trying to kill your client?
It's not what I was trying to do, okay? It's what she wanted to have done to her. She was tired of being in the spotlight. She was tired of reporters and police and lawyers, everyone making a career off of her. She did not like the man-hating killer label. She didn't like the lesbian killer angle. She didn't like what people were saying about her. And she knows if she has to go to
Well, then
trial
maybe you
5
shouldn't
more
have
times, she's going to be in
Right.
for the next 10 years,
Do you still believe she was competent to make that decision?
without a doubt.
Okay,
What the fuck was
What?
Jesus? I didn't expect that. I didn't make it this far in this video.
Whoa.
Wow.
Damn, lady.
As soon as he said that there was an automatic appeal, she just flipped out.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
Okay,
she's right there.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to handle the appeal. There's one other thing that I want to say that I think needs to be said.
Hey, Muggsy.
There's no sense in having me tormented for the rest of my life when I don't deserve to be tormented. I did what anybody else would do. And so there's only clemency or the chair. You make your pick, people, because that's the only way it's going to be.
Why did you adopt Lee Wuornos?
For one reason and one reason only. We wanted her to know what it felt like to be part of a family.
Born-again
Do you think that it's weird at all that she was adopted as an adult?
Yeah, well, I don't think you
behind
can
bars.
adopt somebody as an adult, can you? I mean, you can, you know, say, "Oh, yeah, like, you're part of the family now," but I mean, there's not illegal, especially when
It's
they're in prison.
just
I mean, what are you
yeah,
gonna do?
and for murder,
Yeah,
multiple people?
yeah.
Yeah, that's,
I just want her to know what it's like to have a family, as she's over here telling people that they want their she wants their kids ard and yeah,
yeah, and
she's a
as
real
she's
peach.
taking away families herself
Yep,
by,
yep,
killing all these people,
yeah. No, thank
Christian
you.
Aileen
she's
Crowley has a
yeah.
fondness for adopting stray animals. When she
Clearly.
adopted Lee,
Well,
she
stray
planned a
animal is
life
probably about
together on her
accurate.
farm.
Yeah.
Now she'd be happy just to keep her alive.
That's
Oh,
it.
you're
Okay,
right.
that's about it.
Adoption
There you
Nazi.
go.
Well, tell me this, how did you counsel Lee?
I told her to go for the life in prison. I told her that that would be the best. I told her that God could use her within the prison to help other girls that were hurting, maybe didn't have a relationship with Jesus, and that she could really be used mightily there. And we fought bitterly over it. She said that no human being had the right to tell another human being what to do with their life.
Stop the murders, deter the crimes
Oh my
away.
god, this guy is
Not
cuckoo.
much phases the singing lawyer Steve Glazer. Not the 3 heart attacks he's
Glazer.
suffered since taking on this case, nor the criticism he's endured for seeking Lee Wuornos's execution.
And a rich man's never died upon the chair.
Has this case been good for your career?
No. But that's life, you take obla life goes on, you try something else.
Is there anyone in this cast of characters who isn't
you hear
a
what
little
he
bit
just
crazy, a little bit eccentric?
I
Go
think
on
you got to be a
something
little
else.
wild to be in
Find
this
something
business.
else.
Huh?
Crazy, a
Oops.
little bit
Part where you said you
eccentric?
find something else.
He sang the Life Goes On
Yep,
song.
yep.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in this cast of characters who isn't a little bit crazy, a little bit eccentric?
I think you got to be a little wild to be in this business.
If Steve Glazer has done his job, Lee Wuornos could be executed in this chair within 3 years. She's waived her right to appeal.
If he hears no last-minute stays from the governor's office, the electrode then is placed on top of the inmate's head. It's an actual cap with an electrode inside. It's secured onto his head. One of these electrodes here is then fastened onto the top of the headpiece.
Alone and lost in her own nightmare, Lee Wuornos is an American horror story. She could escape death row, but her bitterness and hate
Why is she wearing
will see Lee
sunglasses?
become the first
I don't
woman
know, I
in
was
over
wondering
a
that.
century to be executed in Florida. Aren't you afraid?
No, I'm not afraid. I know where I'm going. I'm going to be with the Lord.
Thank you,
Take
too.
care of yourself and tell everybody say hi.
Do you want to die? You want to?
Oh man, if I was to leave this planet, it wouldn't be no big deal to me, because this is a wicked, wicked world. Wicked world.
Like, gosh, she's something else.
She really,
She's so
wow,
extra and everything she's doing.
wow.
Sorry, but I should clip that, cut his dick off.
Put it in his
I don't
mouth.
know why I'm hung up on that. It's hilarious that she's doing it in a church.
Right.
Like,
Well,
oh
and the
God.
fact that she's like basically gaslighting people about
Mhm.
her murdering people. Well, I didn't do this. I just shot him and left him for dead. Like,
Right.
you're too busy focusing on the number.
Yeah,
lady?
well, I mean, does that not count for something? The
What
number?
the hell, lady?
And then outbursts and I almost called it church in court. Like she's
Mhm.
just
No,
so
she's
kooky.
definitely not, I don't know,
She's not all
normal.
there. for sure.
Yeah, she's not all there.
Her interrogation would be interesting to watch.
Oh my God. Yeah, it would.
Um,
I
I
can only
have some
imagine.
of the videos from the exhibits, but I wonder if I can.
And so the girlfriend was not involved in any of it? Or did
I
she
guess
just plead
not.
out?
And that's probably why she was. Well,
Like, did
I
she take a
believe
deal?
that when they brought her in, like she moved, from my understanding, as she moved, and then they found her. She went somewhere northeast, I think it was.
Oh,
And
okay.
then they brought her back, like they put a wire on her basically and got a confession.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's the last interview of her that is it's 7 minutes if you want to watch that real quick.
Okay. And this was,
The,
so she was executed in 2002?
yeah, October 9th,
So 20 years
2002.
ago, 22 years ago. Almost
Mhm.
exactly.
Wait, that is that right? Is it 2002 or 2012? Now you got me second guessing myself. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I was pretty sure it was 2002, but then I
Okay.
started second guessing my own
Yeah.
self.
So almost 22 years to the day. And when did she
Mm-hmm.
get arrested? So how long was she actually on death row?
She was on death row for a decade. She
Okay.
wasn't on death row very long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously. Which, I mean, it's crazy when you want to be executed that they still hold you for 10 years when you're cuckoo like that. But
Yeah, she was. I mean, I've never ever heard of anybody hiring a lawyer just to get you to the electric chair. Sadly for
right,
her, she didn't get the electric chair. She got lethal injection.
right. Did they stop using that in Florida? The
The
electric
electric
chair?
chair?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Or did
know.
she just change her mind at the last minute?
Um, I bet you anything they stopped using it. I don't know
Yeah.
when the electric let me look.
Some states still
When-
allow it though.
Really? I wonder what
Yeah, because somebody
um
there's a state, I don't remember which state it was, at least one state that still allows firing squad.
after Mr. Williams was executed last week, I did some research on the
Mhm.
death penalty at death row cases,
Yeah.
and I was going to do a stream about it actually because um, they provided like the list of like who's set to be executed, how many people have been executed. It's just a really um, vast collection of information on
Yeah.
death row and the death penalty.
Right.
Shiloh, you've always had a little pity for her. Um, for her childhood, I feel bad. I do feel bad about that.
Yeah.
It seems she didn't stand a chance.
No. No.
I mean, at
Sounds like she was
14,
born
dropping
in,
out of
she was
school.
born into a shithole and,
Yeah.
was a product of her she was a product of her own life, basically, her surroundings and how she was raised. And like,
Mm-hmm.
she probably had no actual idea of the difference between right and wrong because her whole life she was wronged. And it probably seemed
Yeah.
kind of normal to her.
I mean, her dad was in prison,
Hmm.
and I don't know if her dad. I mean, with
She
the
was
charges
pregnant
that
at
he
13.
had,
Yeah.
huh?
She was
Yeah.
pregnant at 13.
Right. So I don't know. Yeah. For that, I feel bad about it. But even with an upbringing like that, it doesn't give you the right to take the life of not only one person, but
Right.
multiple people, you know?
And to be so callous about it. I mean, I think
Yeah.
I mean, I know like I'm over here laughing at it. It's But I think it's the callousness and just the shock of how,
Mhm.
like, how detached she is from it and how she literally doesn't see that it was wrong.
Yeah.
She's completely callous it's like the shock of
She
it
justified
almost.
it.
Yeah, she's justifying it, exactly.
Yep.
And, I mean, it's not like, from what we can tell, it was in self-defense, like, these guys weren't trying to harm her. So, she literally did it for shits and giggles, pretty much. I mean,
Yeah, even that reporter was talking about, it was, what'd she say? It's not like I did them.
right,
I don't remember how she worded it exactly, but basically like back to back every day.
right, right. She
Um,
was like, "I wasn't,"
she justified that.
yeah.
Like,
It took me 12 months to kill all those men.
yeah,
It wasn't like I was doing it every day. I mean, yeah, no, it's bananas.
her
Like,
her psychology. I haven't read.
oh
Like
my
I'm
god, that must be
looking
crazy.
at these for the first time with you guys. So,
That
and
psychology,
I
the eval.
yeah, well there's multiple doctors
Oof.
that have done reports on her, and because there's over 600 pages, I'm kind of skipping past the news articles.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm very interested to see what the reports say.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see
Because,
what the professionals thought.
yeah, exactly, because it's not me.
Right?
But on quick search, it says that the electric chair is no longer used in most states. The last execution by electric chair in the United States was 2020.
Oh, it's not that long ago.
February 20th, 2020 in Tennessee. What?
Tennessee. Okay.
Nicholas Todd Sutton was the last person.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, we can do a live sometime on death row and the death penalty if you'd like.
Yeah, that
It's
would be
kind of
interesting.
interesting. I mean, it's a little bit morbid of me to even be like, "Oh, let's look into this." But I
Oh my gosh.
mean,
So, Idaho, Mississippi, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Utah still use the firing squad for the death penalty.
yeah, Idaho, they brought it back, I think last year, maybe,
Yeah, so as of 2024. And then in 2023,
or 24.
Tennessee debated adding it back in on
I don't
March
know. I mean,
2023
if you
before it
were to
passed.
take a firing squad or the electric chair or lethal injection, like
Right,
I don't know why someone wouldn't want lethal injection.
because 'cause they're evil, for lack of a better word, like, they're
Like, why would you want to be
sadists.
electrocuted? I've touched an electric fence before, and I
Yep,
damn near came out of my shoes.
yep,
Scared the shit out of me.
yep. Yeah, I mean, these people
And
are
the
they're
firing squad,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, the firing squad, I mean, that's what surprises me more than anything, because that's so antiquated, and the fact that they still even allow that, like, there are so many states that think any death penalty, lethal injection is inhumane,
yeah,
and the fact
yeah,
that you have you know, absolute opposite of some states who think even lethal injection is inhumane versus these states who think
mm-hmm,
electrocution and firing squad are humane. Like, they think it is, and it's just bizarre to me.
yeah.
And could you imagine, like,
Well,
who are these firing squad people? Could you imagine having to be on a firing squad?
right? No, hell no.
I mean,
I mean, it's basic. Any of these methods to me is like, I mean, it basically is legal murder.
Yeah, no, exactly. It is for sure. But I mean, the act of
And
having to actually pull out your
yeah,
weapon
like,
and somebody is like, whoa,
yeah.
that's
Hey, Stanley Cup.
hey, Stanley.
Now, like, I was really bothered last week when Marcellus Williams was
Yeah,
executed.
yeah,
Like that, and I've thought about it many times since his execution
yeah,
because with his case, the prosecutor that prosecuted him and the victims' families all wanted him to um, have it be granted a stay in it.
yeah.
And there was a contamination of evidence in that case. And but they never gave him the chance. Like he was trying and
See, and that's to me, it's yes, I understand, there's laws and there's protocols and stuff like that. But if the victim's own family is
mhm,
saying, I mean, because they're the ones who are essentially wronged at this point. And if they're even
right.
saying, hey, wait, we don't want this to happen,
Mhm.
like that, I would think would weigh, it should have a lot of weight. Like it should really, you
Yeah,
know,
no,
the courts
I
should
mean,
really, really take that into account because it's like these are the people that basically deserve retribution.
mhm.
And if that's, they're like, hey, no, we don't want this to happen. We whatever, then they need to pay attention to that because
And they didn't even show up for the viewing of his execution.
well, yeah, I bet if they didn't want it to happen. Yeah, could you
Yeah.
imagine?
No, not at all. But
They probably feel like on some level like a guilt, you know?
mhm.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I can't put myself in them in their shoes, so I don't know, but it's like they didn't want it to happen. They tried to stop it from happening, and
I
it
would
happened
feel
anyway.
like absolute shit if it
Right.
came out and it was, like hardcore proof that I saw myself as someone that either signed the death warrant
Mhm.
or, for example, the governor,
Yeah,
um, or anybody that was
could have stayed it.
assisting in
Mhm.
this.
Mhm.
If something came out and there was hardcore evidence that, like they state that the knife was contaminated
Right.
and DNA wasn't the same as it was when he did
No.
those crimes.
Right.
But I mean, imagine the guilt of taking someone's life after the victims didn't want him executed. They wanted to stay. The prosecutor that even prosecuted the case wanted to stay and like was opposed to it.
Right.
I just I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Right.
The thought of like, did I kill this innocent man?
Right.
You know,
Right.
like he did stuff. Like I believe it was found in his car or something
Right.
was found in his car. I can't remember what it was, if it was
Right.
the knife or if it was other items, or I think maybe her clothes or something. But as far as the weapon that was used, that had contaminated DNA on it.
Right.
I don't know. Now I'm getting into like super deep thoughts about this.
No, I mean, it is. It is a interesting dilemma of,
Mhm.
you know, morally what is right in a very broken system,
System.
and it's I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm
Even ethically, I'm not I mean,
right.
obviously it's fine by the law, but
Right.
like
No, and I was just going to say like I'm somebody, I don't want to get like political or anything, but I've never been one to believe in the death penalty. I
yeah,
just I
and
haven't. I to me, it just feels like you said, legal murder. Like, you're
Yeah,
taking a
that's exactly
life
what it feels.
of somebody who, it's like they took a life and you're punishing them by taking a life.
Taking theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just sort of, for me, like personally, I've never really believed in the death penalty. And I think, even more so with the system that's so broken and with law enforcement that is
Mhm.
so broken, you
Yeah.
unless you have somebody like this lady who literally admits,
Or like Steven Stearns.
right. It's like you never know. Like if somebody is maintaining their innocence, and unless you have
Innocence.
actual hardcore proof of it, you very well could be
Mhm.
executing an innocent person. Or I don't want to
Yep.
say innocent, but somebody who's not guilty of the actual murder. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, I mean, innocent as far as like
right.
the
The crime.
charge that
Right.
got them the death penalty. Like, I
Right.
don't know. That would sit heavy with me for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let me pull up this other Wuornos, her last interview. Oh, hold on. What am I trying to do? Okay.
Hang on for a sec, okay? I'll be right
Sure.
back.
Okay. Hi, Stanley Cup. I know I said hi to you, but if you didn't hear me because you were putting your little ones to bed, I said hello. No remorse or anything. No, she's I don't know, she's insane to me. I get this pulled up. Can't believe it's already Wednesday. Like this week has kind of flown by. I don't know if it's because I've got so much stuff to do or what. And the last 60 Minutes thing that we just watched, I'll put that in the description after the stream is over. But I was going to tell you guys, since while we wait for Geneva, at the top of my description this evening, I put some information about Bakersfield Street Media, who has been amazing to me. But I'll just read you what I wrote, and the link is also provided in the description. But I wrote in there, I humbly ask my viewers to show Bakersfield Street Media to support us, or hold on. I humbly ask my viewers to show Bakersfield Street Media support as they will be feeding the homeless on Friday and passing out flyers for a refresh day this Saturday. Now, the refresh day that they do is they give them all a place to shower, clean their clothes, basically get themselves tidy and cleaned. So that's, if anybody doesn't know what that is what he'll be doing. So he'll be doing food and drinks for them on Friday, and then he'll be doing the refresh day on Saturday. But I said the link to options aside from gifted memberships and super chats is through their Linktree, which I included for your convenience. Bakersfield Street Media does something that many others don't, which is to give back and help the community that so many disregard and ignore. And then I said, I appreciate any of my viewers' willingness to help. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And then I provided a link. Oh, you can hear. Sorry, I was like, wait, you can't hear me? And I just read that, but you can hear me. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to put that in the description. If I know that times are tough, and I also know that a lot of people are affected by the hurricane damage, but I I wanted to share something that is not only important to them, but is important to me. They've been great to me, so um, that will be in the description as well. Let me switch back to my other screen. I don't know if Geneva's back or not.
I'm back.
Oh, okay. There you are.
I just got back a minute ago. I didn't know what you were reading, so I was just quiet.
Yeah, I was just reading a description thing that I put in my description box.
Oh, okay.
Almost done with the last of the, but I need a drink of water stalling to. Oh, yeah. I gotta go pee. Can I have a drink of water?
Who? Oh, the kids. Yeah.
Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last interview. Let me see when it was. Well, they uploaded it 9 years ago, but it doesn't. It's well beyond.
You know, I was just wondering how you're going to be.
Oh my gosh!
You know,
Already
at
starts
9:30.
out creepy.
Yep.
While I play this, I'm going to mute my mic. I'll still be able to hear, but I'm just gonna go heat up my tea some more. 'Cause
Okay.
it's, but I'm still listening. I'm just running to the kitchen real quick.
Okay.
If you can just, I don't know, fair use it, say something whenever,
Okay.
whenever.
Yeah.
You know, I was just wondering how you're going to be, you know, at 9:30 tomorrow morning. Are you
Probably had the TV rigged. The TV or the mirror or something was rigged. They got a huge satellite on the compound. After they put the huge satellite on the compound, it could have been either rigged to the TV set or the mirror or something, because the electrician, when he put the mirror on the wall, he said, doesn't that look like a computer? The back of it, and they stuck it to the wall.
And do you think, what, did that affect your mind, do you think?
Huh?
Did that affect your mind in some way, the sonic?
It was crushing my head, and they were using sonic pressure continually. Then when I had 3 meetings with Miss Villacorta on it, every meeting I had, she increased the pressure of the volume of the comm, increased the harassment on the floor, increased the trays being inedible, just increased every bit of my complaints and trashed all grievances. They're trying to make it look like I was crazy at all times, rig up the room with torture. If I said anything about I think their whole plan was trying to make it look like I was totally crazy, and so nobody would believe anything I had to say about anything, and then drive me there if they could. I suffered so bad. I was really struggling to survive. Had a lot of trays that were attempted murder and everything. I had to wash all my food off. And then one day I didn't wash my food off, and I was sick for 3 weeks, almost died.
But you're okay now.
I'm okay. I'm okay. God is going to be there. Jesus Christ is going to be there. All the angels and everything. And, you know, whatever's on the beyond, I think it's going to be more like Star Trek beaming me up into a space vehicle, man. Then I move on, recolonize to another planet or whatever. But it's whatever's the beyond. I know it's going to be good because I didn't do anything as wrong as they said. I did the right thing. And I saved a lot of people's butts from getting hurt and raped and killed too.
So are you saying that you killed in self-defense or in cold blood? What do you, because you've changed your story. I'm just trying to
What are you talking about? Change story on what?
No, about whether it was self-defense or not.
I'm not going to say it, I'm not going to get in depth about my cases, Nick. I'm on my way to the chamber, nothing stopping it. You can believe it or you don't have to believe it. That's up to you, man. Put a big question mark on your film.
What more is there to say about the cops? What more do you want to say about the cops?
A lot of stuff. Did you know that they were surveilling me before I killed? And then I knew it? And that it was covered up? Did you know there was helicopters dropping down from the sky, deputy sheriff, with decoys picking me up 4 or 5 months before my arrest? It was covered up.
But nonetheless,
Nobody ever asked me these
whether the
questions.
cops were following you or not, Aileen.
Oh, whether the cops were following me or not, Aileen,
okay,
what?
let's say the cops were following you.
Yeah.
Let's say they were following you and they did everything that you're saying they did.
Uh-huh.
Nonetheless,
Yeah.
you killed 7 men.
Yes, you
and
did.
I'm asking you, what got you to kill the 7
And
men?
I'm telling you because the cops let me keep killing them, Nick. Don't you get it?
Not everybody is killing 7 people.
My God.
So there must have been something in you that was getting you to
Oh,
do
you
that.
are lost, Nick.
So
I was a
explain.
hitchhiking hooker.
Right.
Running into trouble. I shoot the guy if I ran into trouble. Physical trouble. The cops knew it. When the physical trouble came along, let her clean the streets, and then we'll pull her in.
But how
That's
come
why.
there was so much physical trouble in because it was all in 1 year? 7 people in 1
Oh
year.
well. Oh well.
But why not say now?
Because I'm out of retaliation for taking my life like this and getting rich off it all these years in total pathological lying. Yeah, thanks a lot. I lost my fucking life because of it. Couldn't even get a fair trial. Couldn't even get a fair investigation or nothing. Couldn't even have my appeals right. You sabotaged my ass, society, and the cops, and the system. A raped woman got executed and was used for books and movies and shit. Ladder climbs, the election, everything else.
Wait a minute.
I got a big finger in all your faces. Thanks a lot. You're inhuman. You're an
She was the first one to sell rights.
She did? She was the
So-
first one too?
Yeah, and I believe she was. Yeah,
Wow.
through her attorney. Yeah.
That's a great place to phrase it.
inhumane bunch of fucking living bastards and bitches. And you're going to get your election and everything else. I got a big finger in all your faces. Thanks a lot. You're inhuman. You're an inhumane bunch of fucking living bastards and bitches. And you're going to get your asses nuked in the end. And pretty soon it's coming. 2019, a rock's supposed to hit you anyhow. You're all going to get nuked.
Oh.
You don't take fucking human life like this and just sabotage and rip it apart like Jesus on the cross and say thanks a lot for all the fucking money I made off of you.
Wow.
And not care about a human being and the truth being told. Now I know what Jesus was going through. They've been trying to tell the truth, and I keep getting it stepped on. Concerned about if I was raped, I'm not giving you book and movie info. I'm giving you info for investigations and stuff, and that's it. We're gonna have to cut this interview, Nick. I'm not going to go into any more detail.
Oh, God.
I'm leaving. I'm glad. Thanks a lot, society, for railroading my ass.
That sailed through a psychiatric test?
Yeah, I don't even know what that was worse than the first one by far.
Wow.
Like, holy smokes.
Wow.
She
You're
is
all gonna get nuked.
unhinged. Yeah. You know, the way she talks about the rock and all these things, it reminds me of the ideology that Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow believed.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like the weird, especially when she started talking about like the whole Star Trek.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's going to be like Star Trek and
beam me up.
Yeah, beam me up.
I wonder if she has like schizophrenia because she was so concerned about them poisoning her food.
Yeah, she said that she had to wash her food every day.
Yeah, and
that
the one
they were
time she
putting
didn't.
something in her room on the intercoms that were sonically squeezing her.
Yep.
I was not following that. What she was
Mm-mm.
trying to put down there at all. I'm like, what is she even
Yeah,
getting
her.
at with this?
I don't know. I can't help but wonder if there's some sort of
Well, yeah, there's definitely something.
I mean,
Yeah, and that's possible. I think she's both insane and evil. I don't think that the two are mutually exclusive. I mean, just listening to her talk and listening to her basically, her saying, "Oh yeah, they were dropping police officers out of a helicopter and they just let me keep killing people." And I oof. Like, the police just let me keep killing people. I'm not a professional serial I couldn't believe she said that. I'm not a professional serial killer.
Yeah. Like, what makes you a
A
professional
hitman?
serial
Like,
killer?
are you you're just basically saying you're not a hitman, you don't get paid to take people out, but you're still taking people out.
Right.
Are you a
Yeah.
volunteer serial killer? I mean,
She's,
wow.
I have no words for someone like her.
Nope. Nope. No words.
I did find her direct examination and her cross examination.
Mhm.
We can, watch that sometime too.
Yeah, no, it would be interesting. I definitely wanna see the psychic
Mhm.
because that's gotta be
Yeah.
fascinating. Although, I don't know, if he said she just sailed through the one the day before, maybe they're not that interesting.
Yeah. I haven't looked at them. I've tried to keep um I tried to prevent myself from although I wanted to go and like dig further into like her as a person,
Right.
like such as psychiatric stuff, but I don't know. I always get torn because I like the element of surprise and
Right.
reading about this stuff for the first time with everybody. But at the same time, like sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question because it's all new to me.
Right.
But yeah, we can definitely look it up. There's a YouTube account that's called Aileen Wuornos. When was this made? Hold on. It was made in 2007. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't tell me she had a YouTube account. Jaguar Wright spilling the tea on Diddy Pierce Morgan show. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. What is that noise? What the hell? Hold on one second. Is that you? I thought that was Kuma trying to like do something. Okay, sorry. Okay, so chat, what do you guys want to do? We can keep going through this file, or we can look at some videos. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, what do you guys wanna do?
I'm up for whatever.
Yeah, me too.
I'm wondering if, maybe we can get through some of these reports and then go to her trial testimony because it'll go to the reports and then I believe the appeal stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously her testimony is before the appeal, so we'd be able to compare it.
So she did actually appeal? She didn't waive her right to appeal?
She I don't know if it was the same attorney, but there was an appeal filed for um, her execution, and then she ended up like writing to the judge directly and
Gotcha.
saying like I just want to go straight to the chair,
Gotcha.
basically trying to overstep.
Right.
So let me pull up. Hold on. I'm going to check real quick to see how many pages until that part. Just give me 1 second here. I can hear this dog. I don't know what she's doing. Just writing on my page number. You're good with whatever? Okay. I just want to see how many pages there are until we get to that point. Because there's a lot of FBI file stuff in here. So we stopped on page 57 last night, and the last report looks, wait, is this a trial thing? Let me see. Maxwell, tape 1. Give me a second. 30 VHS tapes. It looks like it's going to page is this an article? Yep. Basically 119, so we're on page 57 before it goes to her offender information.
Okay.
Yeah. So not too far, but and a lot of these, let me see if there's any articles in it. Sorry, I'm trying to get a gauge how we've got to do. There's quite a bit of articles yesterday. There's really only a couple articles in that between. So I'm good with whatever.
Yeah, I'm good with whatever makes most sense.
Okay.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I'm good with it either way.
We should be able to go through it pretty quickly, I think. Okay, let's do that, and then what'd I do? We'll be able to go to her trial testimony. I'm sharing my screen again. Oh my god, the dog has a squeaky toy. I can hear it. Okay, that should be. You guys see that okay? Or do I need to zoom it in more?
I can see it okay.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, where'd I? Okay. Okay, I guess we'll just start going through this. Been kind of skimming through it.
They
Just
have a
because the
lot
file
redacted.
is,
They like to really redact
yeah,
the heck out of this one. Because the one yesterday, they were redacting a lot out of too.
yeah, they did. And I mean, I'm assuming it's to protect officers and some other victims or
Right.
witnesses, but
Right.
I mean, it all came out, you know?
Right.
I mean, her trial was taped.
Was it live or was it just recorded?
I think it was just recorded.
So it wasn't like broadcast or anything.
No, did they? Yeah, YouTube's been around since then. I was going to say, was YouTube even around?
Yeah, I
But
mean, they had court TV and all of that too.
Yeah. I'm going to write her. What is it, Carol? Yeah. Sorry, I was just writing, grab my notepad so I can keep track of notes. Okay, sorry. And let's see. This one was, where's the date on this one? Do you see a date?
Mm,
Because the one before that was an article.
I don't. Let's see.
Oh, wait. Maybe 91? Wait, why did that go sideways?
I'm over
Okay,
here trying to
this was-
scroll on my computer, like it's like I could scroll the paper.
I do that all the time on my other
It's
monitor.
91, yeah, 117.91. Well, that's when.
That's it's
Yeah.
signed.
What is why do they keep saying unsubs? What does that mean?
Unknown subject.
Okay. Unknown subjects. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here we've got Central Florida. Title mark changed to reflect identity of unknown subject. But it doesn't say who it is. I mean, let's see, because that's
Well,
Social
it's
Security
redacted.
number.
I mean, it says unknown subject 3, and then
Yeah,
it's redacted.
I was trying to see if they added it anywhere. For the information of blah, 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 has been conducted with regard to the Central Florida murders, and no connection whatsoever has been associated with the blank kidnapping. So this is basically just a note in the file. Okay. Task Force does not wish to cloud their ongoing investigation with what they believe to be an unrelated matter and do not wish any interviews be conducted of their suspect with regard to the San Diego investigation. Okay. Let's see. Oh, shit. I keep clicking out of it. Sorry, hold on. Oh, is that too big?
It's big, but I mean, I don't know, but what it looks like on. No, I don't think it looks too big.
The other one? Oh, shit.
That's a little, well, as long as you can get it all on the screen.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm going to have to scroll to go through it, but it's not letting me click over. I was trying to make it so I could just hit the arrow. Okay, that's not working.
It won't let you
All
just,
right.
you can just arrow down.
Yeah. So this one was, let's see.
Wait,
Oh,
try
up here.
arrowing it down now, because that you have the page highlighted and the thumbnail highlighted. Will it let you?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Wait. Nope. Oh, that worked.
Okay. Yeah, because
Normally
you need
I
to have
hit left and right.
page, the thumbnail highlighted in the bar. Like before, you didn't have the
Yeah.
page highlighted. So now that, or click.
Right, but normally I've always hit like left and right arrow.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to do. Okay, let's see. This one was January 25th, 91. FBI HQ, Quantico. Let's just go. Title mark changed. Oh, there's her name, AK. She had a lot of
Did she?
aliases. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I think that's probably a little bit common for sex workers because they,
Yeah.
you know, for anonymity, but she also,
This
most
doesn't
sex
really
workers
have
don't go
much.
around killing people either.
Right.
December 19th and 27th of 1990.
Yeah. Up here.
Names of victims not carried in title.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Oh, forget it. I'm just going to click on them. Okay, let's see. January 24th, 91, investigative sergeant. Let's see. Let's just get past that. January 8th, 91. Oh, she was located by task force residing at the resort bar, the last resort bar. Oh, yeah, okay. She was at the bar.
She was at the bar.
Uh,
That's not what they said. Drink it.
yeah.
She said drink a beer at 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's true. She was placed under 24-hour surveillance, and it was noted that apparently blank was not with her. I bet that's the girlfriend.
Yeah, I was gonna say
On
that that's the girlfriend.
January, yeah, January 9th, 91, Wuornos was arrested on a Daytona Beach, Florida warrant for failure to appear on an assault charge. I wonder if that was with regard to the girlfriend.
Oh, that would make sense.
Because they said that she wasn't, it was noted that blank was not with her.
Do they think that she was responsible for any more than the 7, or they're pretty sure that that was it? Like, was there any indication that? I mean, it sounds like she
Well,
was pretty blatant about it. So
yeah, I don't know the answer to that because I haven't gone through all this and I've tried to not look into it too far. But
right.
I do know that there were people, at least one gentleman, that she was not charged for his murder.
Okay.
Was it charged? Yeah. Or she confessed to it and took a plea deal on that one. Okay.
Well,
Maybe.
they said like in that last interview that she admitted to murdering 7.
Yeah, and I think that
You think there was an
she
8th?
confessed in her interrogation too.
Oh, okay.
So let's dun, dun, dun. January 10th, 91, and then a bunch of it's redacted. Bunch more redacted. It's not very helpful when they do this.
No.
Let's see. January 16th, 91, Wuornos was interviewed by investigators at the whatever place this is concerning the suspected homicides. Without interrogation, Wuornos confessed to 7 of the murders of which she had been a suspect. Now, I think that is where the girlfriend came into play, or the ex-girlfriend, because she got her to confess, and
Okay.
they helped her plan to ask her this. She stated she confessed to protect blank and was extremely insistent that blank had nothing physically to do with the...
And blank, I'm assuming, is the girlfriend.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. Murders, other than having knowledge which was provided to blank by Wuornos subsequent to the murders. Even when an attorney came into the interview room to represent her and pointed out that she was facing the electric chair, she kept talking about the murders against his advice. I could see her
I
overstepping her
absolutely see her
attorney
doing
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
Could you imagine like being the attorney and the officer and everything having to be in that room with her? Just with
Oh,
her
hell
running her
no.
mouth for hours? I mean,
Her creepy ass eyes, she
yeah,
looks terrifying.
yeah.
Let's see. She stated the motive for the murders was because blank.
Well, why
She
can't they put that in
expressed
there?
no remorse. See, even back then, she didn't care.
Yeah.
And was only sorry she got caught. Oh my God, look at this. She said, I'll be famous and maybe I'll write a book. It's like she was
Wow.
clout chasing
Yeah.
off killing. Disgusting.
Ew, she kept some of the, gosh, she kept souvenirs.
Let me see. A storage shed was located that Wuornos had rented, and items belonging to some of the victims were located in the shed. Also, the .22 caliber pistol used in the murders was located by divers in a river at Daytona Beach. Oh my gosh. Wait, were you seeing the...
Well, she
Oh, where
kept
you
them
just
just.
went...
I mean, she essentially kept souvenirs if she had
Yeah.
a storage shed with items of the victims in there.
She was once married to a prominent attorney, politician. Road dodged a literal bullet. Yeah, seriously.
She was married? Well, that's a little
Apparently.
freaky.
I think... Trying to see. I think Rye's going to the gym. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. It's hearing noises. Under a year. I wonder what he's doing now. Or did he... I can imagine that he was asked for interviews.
Mm-hmm. Probably doesn't want to tie himself to it.
Blank stated that Wuornos' real father was arrested in 1962 for kidnapping, sodomy, and related charges concerning...
Gross.
What? Oh, God. So much chaos going on right now. For kidnapping, sodomy, and related charges concerning a minor, and was sentenced to federal prison for 25 years. He committed suicide in 1965, and Wuornos, at age 4, was adopted by her paternal grandparents. Oh, so he got booked like when she was little.
Mm-hmm.
Her grandmother died in 1972 of alcoholism, and her grandfather, committed suicide in 1976 at age 13. That's so young. Wuornos had a child which she gave up for adoption, and since that time has been on her own and has had various confrontations with the law. Wuornos related to Blank that she had been sexually abused by her father. I was wondering if he did that based on his crimes.
Yeah. Gosh, could you imagine being that kid that got put up for adoption?
No.
Finding out your birth mother was a serial killer?
Seriously, I could not imagine finding that out. That would be...
Oh, he passed away in 2000?
Huh?
The politician.
Oh,
Guy
he
she was
passed away.
Yeah.
Damn, he didn't even outlive her.
He did dodge a literal bullet. You're not kidding.
Victims to which Wuornos confessed killing. Richard Mallory. I mean, they were 1930, 1925.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jesus. Oh no, I got a barking dog. Wuornos advised that Symes, I don't know how you pronounce the name, body has not been located because she had dumped it off Interstate 95 in either Georgia or South Carolina, and could
Well,
not
at least
give
she
a
didn't cut his dick
specific...
and put it in his mouth. She just dumped
Yeah,
him off the
seriously.
highway. That's all.
Like, she can't even remember what state it was?
Right? I don't know.
Do you not
Could
hear
have
that?
been in Montana. Could have been in Georgia. I don't know. Maybe
Can
it was
you
in
hear that?
Kentucky. No.
Do you hear her?
Now I did. That time I did.
She's freaking the hell out. Oh
Over what?
I don't know. I can't tell where in the house she's at. That might give me 1 second. I'm gonna run her out real quick.
Okay.
Because of course I'm home alone right now. I'm gonna see if I can put something on. Hold on. So that way you're not without this dog. I don't know what the hell her problem is. There is, let's see. I'm looking at videos I could play. Well, hold on. If she confessed there and that one, so we're about ready to show her trial. Let me see if I can find her interrogation. 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to find. What in the hell? They don't have executions on here, do they? Please say they don't.
No, they can't. I mean, maybe. But that would be. No, I don't know.
Sorry for the. Oh, I was searching and I found. Our stream. I'm pulling up. Just so there's not just silence. Oh, I don't know if I can pull up a full documentary.
Yeah, that might get reported or copyright.
Yeah. Sorry, give me 1 second. Trying to find her confession. I hate all the just dead air, so I'm really trying. This dog is going fucking nuts. Well, I'm just gonna put on a fuck.
Yeah, you know, do you have her confession or her video or whatever? Of any of her other craziness?
It's only 2 minutes though, that
Oh.
one. So I'm trying to find something just so there's, unless you just want to talk to them.
Her
while I run them.
confession video was only 2 minutes.
Well, it's the clip. I'm trying like to scroll as fast as I can before this dog just goes apeshit or
Yeah.
but I don't like the dead like silence either, so I feel kind of rushed to even find this. Ugh. I'm just going to put on a 5-minute one in my end, but now I got to share my screen. Sorry, guys. I feel bad, but
Okay, I cannot go in the execution chamber and die in the execution chamber as a liar. And I cannot go in the execution chamber and be executed under the devil. I have to come clean and cleanse my spirit in the name elected that they were going to die.
But when you're saying that...
Real quick, I didn't even go out there. I know that Kendra is going to be going live at 8, so we can finish this and then Shill, do you have the link to Kendra's stream by chance? I can. Well, I've already got redirects set up though. I'm going to finish playing this.
There was no self-defense.
We can go
so there was no
support her.
self-defense.
No, there was no self-defense.
We can come back though.
I'm being really straight up about everything. There's no self-defense. I'm really sorry what happened about everything. I was in this to me, this world is nothing but evil, and all of us are full of evil one way or another.
She did?
Tomorrow,
in whatever we do.
Wait, she changed the day?
It looks like it. It says 10/3.
Oh.
Today's not the 3rd, is it? No, today's the 2nd.
I haven't seen her come in here. Like I haven't seen her come in here at all, but I don't want her to change it because we're streaming.
Again.
Well, you can't.
Well,
I was going to say you can't kill when you're in jail, but I guess you kind of can.
Yeah, like she's
wow.
She was determined to just.
Yeah, I don't think she had any remorse. I really don't. I think she even admits she sits around and spins stories to try to make it look good or whatever.
Yeah. So if Kendra changed it, I mean, we can keep going. I feel bad because she didn't change it before, so I'm hoping she didn't change it because of this stream. But and I haven't seen her. Normally she pops in here. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, maybe she just had something come up or whatever.
So do you want to keep going?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you want okay. She would probably be in here if she changed it for you. She must have had something come up. I hope so, because I would feel bad if she changed it because of us streaming.
Yeah, no, she probably had something come up to change. I mean, because I don't think she would push it a whole day if she didn't have something come up.
Yeah, I'm going to run her Kuma out.
Okay.
If I was gonna say if you find something that you wanted to play, go ahead. Because I think you can. Can't you?
Yeah, I should be able to, but I don't know what to play. I mean, I don't have anything.
Yeah, I know. When I was trying to find something in a hurry, it would just I felt like it. I don't know. I'm like all in a kerfuffle right now. So
Kerfuffle.
yeah. Between the dog and trying to figure out which direction we're gonna go. So okay, well then I'll be right back then.
Okay. Alrighty. What do you guys want to talk about? What's new? What's happening? Anything interesting? Hopefully everybody's doing okay if you're in the southeast. You've been fixing a meme? What's the meme about? What is it a meme of? Yeah, it seems like it's at least on this end of the YouTubes, it's been pretty quiet, which is just I don't know if it's a good thing. It's nice for it to be nice and quiet, but it usually means something's brewing. Stanley. Got to act up just for some entertainment. It is a quiet night. It's been quiet. These streets have been almost a little too quiet. I mean, it's nice to not have people bickering and fighting and dragging each other, but it's also not typically a very good thing when that happens, because that usually means there's crap going on behind the scenes. I know, Shana. It's so bad. So bad. And I hear that they're supposed to be having another storm come through this weekend. I don't know to what level, but yeah, Jules is so is I'm pretty sure Brooke is shut down too. At least she was. I don't know if she still is. Yeah, Muzz is hiding. Brooke is hiding either way. But Muzz is definitely hiding because she's going to come back with some sob story about something. She can't just stay away. That would be too much to ask. Although I wouldn't be surprised if she's doing some behind the scenes crap either. Like the people who have now recently denounced her, I feel bad for them because they're going to find out who Muzz is. And I don't particularly wish that on anybody. It's kind of like where a lot of you all were, a couple of years ago. I would just think people would have been smarter now, because now you've got two communities of people saying, hey, this is what happens. And if people, they're just going to have to learn the hard way, like I did and a lot of other people did, unfortunately. You really think so, Stanley? Hey, sassy nerd girl. Yeah, but see, she's done this before, Stanley. That's the thing. She did this a couple times before where, with her dead, not dead ex, whatever. She did it when she was supposedly checked herself into the hospital. Like, she's done this before. She's like a bad penny. She keeps turning up. She's going to try to weasel her way. I think she's been trying to weasel her way into MobTube for a little bit. Because I know she's been hanging out in FBS's. So I don't know if she's still hanging out over there. I don't really pay any attention to MobTube. But this is what she does. And when she's quiet like this, it's usually because she's doing a bunch of shit behind the scenes. Yeah, I think they pretty much ran her out. I mean, after I don't know, I wasn't a part of that community, but I think after the whole, Julie G thing, I think that kind of was the end of it for her. And I don't think she's been completely exposed in this community for doing anything to that level. I mean, a lot of what she's done and has been exposed for doing is just as bad, if not worse. But I feel like the things she has done to people has been spread out among so many people that it almost dilutes her fuckery in a way. Whereas in that situation, she really just did that one family really wrong. And it wasn't even just that family. I mean, she did it with another lady who had passed away too. And she's gross. She will never, ever go away. I just don't think she ever will. That was, oh yeah, no, that was, and I think for a lot of people too, Stanley, that's solidified. And I know I keep getting accused of posting Brooke's son, and there's just no way I would do something like that. And I think, like, knowing what I've seen about that account that did post it and how that account was heavily covering MGL at the time and posting heavily in the Scamber sub. And Muzz was doing that at the time. She was covering it on her channel at the time. And then seeing her slow down the whole thing with, the child this time, it really makes me think she's the one who did that. And I think that slowly the consensus is coming to Muzz posted Brooke's son too. Like, I think Muzz, I don't think there's any too low or too far for her. Nobody does that. I mean, that's the thing, Sassy, though, is like everybody at some point is forced to make a decision. Muzz doesn't let people just coexist. So she's going to, and she was following Cooch in every chat, like poking at her and forcing people to choose. And I really think she thought Maria was going to pick her side. And I'm glad Maria, I mean, we all know Maria has her own history with posting kids and stuff, but I'm glad she at least decided to pick the right side of this one. Unfortunately, the people that also left, and I know it's going to be interesting to see because Brooke's going to have to pick too. Like, Brooke's not going to be able to be Switzerland. She's going to be forced to choose too. And, whoever doesn't choose Muzz, they're going to get the Muzz treatment. Pretty much, yeah. Exactly, Stanley, pretty much. I mean, she got to the point where she couldn't be, she was in the middle and she had to pick. And she wasn't going to pick the person her friends don't like, who her friends vocally don't like. And so now I think the last holdout is Brooke. That's asking too much, Sassy. I wish she would. I wish she would just stop with her nonsense. Just go stick to her crocheting and stop with the nonsense. Aw, that's great, Shyla. Good job. Yeah, it is powerful when people say that, and I think people do make it they may need to take a stand, you know. I sincerely say that I hope PMR doesn't get the Muzz treatment for that, but I mean, we all kind of know better than that. We've all been on, have done that. We've all tried to walk away from Muzz. We've all distanced ourselves from her. And when you do, you get muzzed. Yeah, exactly, Sassy. Oh, I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. I mean, Muzz has a bazillion sock accounts. Like, she's never just going to leave. She's not. Right now, and she has no shame. I mean, we all saw, like, when those group chats came out and you saw how badly they were shit talking her, she didn't care. She had no shame. She still stuck around. I mean, I just don't want to see people get hurt by Muzz. Get their families, their jobs, all of the things that she does. I just don't want to see any more people, I don't care who you are, have to go through that because just going, having to go through all that and putting up with that and, for years, it's exhausting. And it's not even like you can just walk away from it because she's doing it to people in real life. She's messing, like she was messing with my job big time. She was messing with my family big time. Good night, Shyla. Even, from what I could tell, it looks like even Anne is kind of tired of, like, I don't think her and Maria are necessarily on the greatest of terms because of Muzz. I don't know what the outcome was of that, Stanley. They can't, like, HR can't tell me. Like, all they can do is, you know, investigate it, and whatever they decide to do with it, they do with it, and they can't tell me, which is fine. I don't really need to know. All I know is that, if Muzz continues to, third party retaliate by saying she's going to ruin my life for, reporting him and saying how I'm trying to get him to lose his job, the more she says that and I turn that over to HR, the more likely it is he will lose his job. And it's not me trying to make him lose his job. Was he chose to get into the, dirt with you, and he very well should have just told you no when you asked him. I mean, God only knows what manipulation you used to get him to do that, but that was dumb on his part. And that's not my fault. And the fact that you had people calling the store and everything, no, Muzz, no. Oh, I'm not going to. No, I don't. I don't care. It's not my, I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. But at the same time, like, I know for me anyway, if somebody were to come to me and be like, oh, hey, can you look up this employee, or can you go, it's like, I'd be like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like, I know how seriously the company takes confidentiality, and, I think it freaks me out because they know, a lot of people know exactly where I work. They made damn sure to put out there exactly the location of where I work. And this guy would have had access to, like, my work schedules. All of that information. And that's what's kind of creepy, is like, these people know where I work, and now they potentially know when I'm at work. And that's just, it's unnerving. It's
When
really
you're at
unnerving.
work?
Yeah, he had access to my work schedules.
Oh, yeah, the brother-in-law.
Yeah. Which means that they would potentially know when I'm at work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it is documented. I don't, like I said, I don't know what the outcome was. I don't need to know. I'm just glad that they know, and, they've made it clear that if there is any more retaliation or threats, I am to let them know and give it to them.
Like, I've been trying to skirt away from any of the drama type
Mhm.
streams, like, I'm trying to
Mhm.
stay focused on true crime.
Right.
The exception that I would make, though, is that deleted stream where she I can't remember what all she said in it, but she was like, telling them to come in here, and then she, like, backtracked it later or something. That's
Oh,
the
where she was
only
like, "Come in
stream.
here and stand up for yourself," or whatever.
Yeah, it
It was
wasn't the
after her family was
second.
posted on Reddit. It
Uh,
was the live right after
yes,
that.
that's it. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
No,
because
I
it
have that
seems
live.
like either people forgot. I already have it. It
Okay,
seems
good.
like people either forgot, or
Right,
she removed it
right,
before. That one I would make an exception for.
right. Was that the one that I
If
posted the clip of, where she was doing the weird freaking creepy intro? Showing, and
No.
then, oh,
Uh-uh.
okay.
Did you post that?
I posted the clip of the weird creepy intro because Brooke and Maria kept saying, "Oh, we didn't see that," because that's the one that Jennifer Positivity was really pissed off at, because she was basically targeting her in that intro. And Maria and Brooke, when they were in their, denial mode, they're like, "Well, we didn't see that." So I posted it. I clipped it and posted it. And I was like,
Oh,
"Here you
yeah,
go." You guys said you didn't see it. Here it is. And they were clearly targeting Jennifer. She was clearly targeting Jennifer positivity. That was the one where she came back when she came back saying she was sick.
I know she was, well, I think the last few were driving, but when you mentioned the Reddit thing, I do remember
Yeah.
that being posted. If
See,
that's
there's
something.
Kendra.
Hey, Kendra, did you reschedule because of my stream? Because I was getting ready to get off and Shyla brought the link in to your stream and it looked like it changed.
Who's cheery?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I stopped
Well, and
watching
that
her
was
because
that
all
was
she
a
did.
long list of many diseases that she's had now.
Maybe she's not on YouTube right now because she is having surgery.
Yeah, she's on. She's lurking.
I mean, she's definitely lurking because if she would panel on bombs,
Yeah.
you know, it's
So
like
she actually paneled?
from my understanding, yes.
Wow. I mean, I know the whole thing was a huge ass shit show, but I didn't realize she'd actually paneled. Whoop.
Yeah, I can text Amber and ask which stream it was because I'm pretty sure she did.
Well, it would have been the one
I don't think it was
the day before Heidi's, because I wasn't at Heidi's the next morning where everything blew up.
I honestly, without looking at
Kendra would know.
Bombshell streams, I would have no idea.
Yeah, she played the Heidi one, so it was. I think that was the. Oh no, it was the Maria one. She played.
Bomb played the Heidi one.
No, Kendra. She played the Heidi one the next morning.
Yeah,
I think.
no, I'm talking about Bombshell stream with Muzz.
Right. But I'm saying Heidi's, I think, was the morning after that Bombshell stream with Muzz. So that would say which stream of Bombshells. But yeah, I mean, it's probably you could probably get a specific one, like a date or whatever from Amber or whoever.
Yeah, because I don't have any idea what was said or anything like that. If you guys want to hear the deleted one, I don't want to mix it up with this stream.
No. And
so
I wasn't trying to derail. It's like it was just like you were gone. We were like, I'm like, what do you guys want to talk about?
That's okay.
Yeah.
If you guys are wanting to hear that, I'm happy to end this one and we can come back. But I was waiting for Kendra to respond because if she'll still go live, I would send everybody over there. But I don't.
No, you're fine, Stanley. I was the one who was like, oh, what are we going to talk about? Yeah, Muzz was on. It was on a Rumble. That's where everything blew up. Like basically, Muzz went on that Rumble, and I guess she was like deflecting and talking, about the whole thing with posting or sharing Drazo's daughter, and I don't know. It turned into a whole fight in Bombshells, and then the next day, in the morning, Heidi went live about it, and it blew up even more in there.
Sassy, I was wherever you were at because it came as a shock to me as well.
Yeah, me too. I didn't even know. I mean, I literally had no idea anything even happened until I went into Kendra's live and she was covering Heidi and she was like in the middle of that. And I'm like, who the hell is yelling at Maria? Like, what is going on? And I had no idea anything had even happened until I was in Kendra's. And I was like, what in the what did I miss?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about Heidi's either because, I mean,
I think Bomb probably knew because
she was
on
sent there by Brooke or something.
Yeah, she was on Bomb was on Brooke's panel, and Brooke was that was where Brooke said, like, was telling Bomb how Muzz was her best friend and how she helped her with all of these strikes, and So she had some idea of who Muzz was because of when Bomb was
Yeah.
on Brooks that day.
So you guys tell me, do you want to
Yeah, where did Kendra go?
cover that one or? Geneva, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I just said I wonder where Kendra went.
Yeah, I don't know. She came into the chat and then
Yeah.
she like dipped out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, whatever you guys want to do, I'm fine with continuing this. I'm fine with going and watching the deleted one or whatever. I'm fine with whatever. Whatever
Well,
y'all
Kendra's
want.
not back here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll end this one and then I'll schedule another one. Give me a few minutes to schedule it and
Yeah, I need to
let's
grab
see.
something to eat too because it's my dinner
Yes.
time.
So what do you say, like in an hour?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll schedule it for 1 hour from now and then that'll work.
Okay,
So
that works.
keep an eye on the notification for that then. And we shall see you guys here at 7:30 Pacific Standard, 9:30 Central, and
10:30 Eastern.
10:30 Eastern. So at least
All
then I'll
right.
be able to get that out of the way because she deleted it and I believe
Sure
she was
did.
lying, if
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
correct.
Yeah. No, she was being
But
a raging lunatic.
so, okay.
Alrighty.
I'll see you guys here in an hour then.
See you guys in a bit.
Alrighty, take care. Well, take care. As if I'm going for the night. And then she'll post a link for you in the chat about a meme.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I'll go check it out.
yeah. Okay. As long as I didn't want to end until you knew she posted a link for you.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, I see it. I got it.
Okay. We'll see you guys here in an hour with the deleted stream.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.